Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time to uncover the secrets of our collective past. Today, we find ourselves on the sun-kissed shores of the Aegean, where the whispers of ancient heroes and the roar of warships still linger in the wind. Our topic for today is the Battle of Salamis, a pivotal moment in the grand tapestry of human history. As we set our gaze upon this legendary battle, let us first immerse ourselves in the rich historical context that gave birth to this epic clash of civilizations. The year is 480 BCE, and the Persian Empire, under the ambitious rule of King Xerxes I, has set its sights on conquering the city-states of Greece. The stage is thus set for a confrontation that will decide the fate of Western civilization. To understand the origins of the Battle of Salamis, we must delve into the complex web of alliances and rivalries that defined the ancient Greek world. The Athenians, led by the fearless Themistocles, had been preparing for this moment for years, strengthening their naval presence and forging strategic alliances with other city-states, such as Corinth and Sparta. Meanwhile, the Persians, with their vast army and formidable fleet, seemed invincible as they marched towards Greece, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The earliest history of the Battle of Salamis is deeply intertwined with the Greco-Persian Wars, which began in 499 BCE when the Ionian Greeks, who lived under Persian rule, revolted against their overlords. The Athenians, who had provided significant support to the Ionian rebels, were now in the crosshairs of the Persian Empire. King Darius I, the predecessor of Xerxes, had already launched a campaign against Greece in 490 BCE, which culminated in the Battle of Marathon. Although the Persians were defeated at Marathon, they vowed to return and exact revenge on the Athenians. As we explore the historical context of the Battle of Salamis, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex geopolitical landscape. The city-states of Greece were fragmented and often at odds with one another, while the Persian Empire was expanding its territories through a series of conquests. The Athenians, however, were determined to defend their city and their way of life against the invading forces. In the years leading up to the Battle of Salamis, the Athenians had been busy strengthening their defenses, building new ships, and training their soldiers for the impending war. The island of Salamis, where the battle would eventually take place, was a strategic location that controlled the entrance to the Piraeus, the port of Athens. The Athenians knew that if they could defend Salamis, they could protect their city from the Persian fleet. As the Persians approached, the Athenians prepared for battle, knowing that the fate of their city and their way of life hung in the balance. As we conclude our examination of the earliest history of the Battle of Salamis, we find ourselves on the cusp of a new era, one that will be marked by heroism, sacrifice, and the indomitable spirit of the Greek people. The stage is now set for the main event, as the Greeks and Persians clash in a frenzy of steel and fire, their destinies hanging precariously in the balance. Join me next, dear listeners, as we delve into the heart of the Battle of Salamis, where the fate of Western civilization would be decided in a maelstrom of war and bloodshed. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we're immersing ourselves in the epic tale of the Battle of Salamis. The year is 480 BCE, and the Persian Empire, under the ambitious rule of King Xerxes I, has assembled a vast armada to conquer the city-states of Greece. The Athenians, led by the fearless Themistocles, have been preparing for this moment for years, strengthening their naval presence and forging strategic alliances with other city-states, such as Corinth and Sparta. As the Persians approach, the Athenians prepare for battle, knowing that the fate of their city and their way of life hangs in the balance. The Battle of Salamis takes place on a fateful day in September 480 BCE, in the narrow straits between the island of Salamis and the mainland. The Greek fleet, comprising 371 trireme warships, is led by Themistocles, who has cleverly lured the Persian armada into the straits. The Persians, with their massive fleet of over 1,000 ships, are confident in their superiority, but they soon find themselves trapped in the narrow waters, where their numerical advantage is neutralized. As the battle rages on, the Greeks employ a clever tactic, using their agile triremes to outmaneuver the larger Persian ships. The Athenians, with their superior naval training and knowledge of the local waters, are able to ram and sink many of the Persian vessels, while minimizing their own losses. Meanwhile, the Persian fleet is plagued by confusion, miscommunication, and poor leadership, which ultimately proves to be their downfall. One of the most significant factors contributing to the Greek victory is the bravery and cunning of Themistocles. As he himself said, "The gods grant us a great favor when they allow us to fight for our country, our freedom, and our way of life." Themistocles' leadership and strategic thinking inspire his comrades to fight with unwavering determination, even in the face of overwhelming odds. As the dust settles, the Greeks emerge victorious, having sunk or captured over 200 Persian ships. The Persians, on the other hand, have suffered a crushing defeat, with thousands of their sailors and soldiers killed or wounded. The Battle of Salamis marks a turning point in the Greco-Persian Wars, as it prevents the Persians from conquering Greece and allows the city-states to maintain their independence. The aftermath of the battle is marked by widespread celebration throughout Greece. The Athenians, in particular, are hailed as heroes, and their city becomes the epicenter of Greek culture and politics. The Battle of Salamis also has a profound impact on the development of Western civilization, as it allows the Greeks to continue their philosophical, artistic, and scientific pursuits, which will eventually shape the course of human history. As we conclude our exploration of the Battle of Salamis, we find ourselves in awe of the bravery, cunning, and determination of the Greek people. Their victory against the Persians is a testament to the power of freedom, democracy, and the human spirit. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we're exploring the epic tale of the Battle of Salamis. In the years following the Battle of Salamis, the Persian Empire, under the rule of King Xerxes I, never fully recovered from the loss. The defeat marked a significant shift in the balance of power between Greece and Persia, allowing the city-states to maintain their independence and continue their cultural, philosophical, and artistic pursuits. The Athenians, in particular, experienced a period of unprecedented growth and prosperity, with their city becoming the epicenter of Greek culture and politics. One of the most significant consequences of the Battle of Salamis was the development of the Delian League, a confederation of Greek city-states formed to counter future Persian aggression. The League, led by Athens, played a crucial role in maintaining the independence of Greece and allowed for the continuation of Greek cultural and philosophical advancements. The famous Athenian statesman Pericles would later utilize the resources of the Delian League to implement his ambitious building projects, including the construction of the Parthenon. The Battle of Salamis also had a profound impact on the development of Western warfare. The innovative tactics employed by the Greeks, such as the use of trireme warships and clever maneuvering, would influence naval warfare for centuries to come. The battle demonstrated the importance of adaptability, cunning, and strategic thinking in military conflicts, setting a precedent for future generations of military leaders. As we fast forward through the centuries, we find that the legacy of the Battle of Salamis continues to inspire and influence us to this day. The bravery and determination of the Greek people have become synonymous with the values of freedom, democracy, and the human spirit. The battle has been immortalized in literature, art, and film, serving as a timeless reminder of the power of courage and perseverance in the face of overwhelming odds. In conclusion, the Battle of Salamis was a pivotal moment in human history, marking a turning point in the Greco-Persian Wars and allowing for the continuation of Greek cultural and philosophical advancements. The battle's legacy can be seen in the development of Western warfare, the growth of Athenian power, and the enduring inspiration it has provided to people around the world. As we reflect on this epic conflict, we are reminded that the values of freedom, democracy, and the human spirit continue to shape our world today. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Battle of Salamis. Until next time, farewell. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.